Good evening, Lance on the North Dakota Carnivore. Coming at you guys tonight with a couple of updates. I just finished a 96-hour fast. I broke that this afternoon while I was at work with two hard-boiled eggs and four strips of bacon. And then it was 2 hours later after I ate that I got home and I was able to make my regular dinner, which was I had a nice ribeye steak tonight for dinner. Satisfied, full. I couldn't eat another bite. It was delicious. One of the best things that happened today, I have. I'm no longer obese. I weighed in this morning at 239 pounds, which for me, a male, 6'3" tall, 58 years old, my BMI is now 29.9, which is just overweight. That's 96 pounds down since August 22nd, 2024. Just over 7 months. I've lost 96 pounds. I went from morbidly obese to overweight. And I didn't even start this diet, this lifestyle to lose weight. I started this lifestyle to help with my blood pressure. So I'm off of 5 blood pressure medications. I'm no longer obese. I'm just overweight. My next goal is another big goal. I've got another 40 pounds to lose now. So that may be a while. Might be a while before I can match that one. But it's doable. I know it is. So proud of that. Extremely happy with everything in my life right now. Everything's going really good. The best thing that happened today, I got a text from my wife. My wife's a type 2 diabetic. Last September, she had labs done. This is right after I started carnivore. She had her labs done. Her blood glucose was 500. Yeah, 500. Her A1C was 15. Her sugars and her A1C, it was out of control. Her doctor, we've been having trouble with our insurance company. We changed insurance companies. They jerked her around about the medication she was taking. They no longer covered that medication all of a sudden. They changed her plan or whatever it was. And so they didn't cover her medication. So she went a little bit without it. She did get another one, started taking that. In September, her doctor got her a CGM, the continuous glucose meter that on the back of the arm. So she got a CGM. She got a daily shot, and then she was put on Ozempic. And one of the things that we've been trying to do is my wife has had bad teeth. She's had dental issues for a long time. And just over 3 years ago, we went to a dentist. She wanted to have her teeth removed so she could get dentures. We went to a dentist, and because her A1C was high at that time, and it was actually lower than what it was now, or back in September, he would not do any dental procedures until she got her A1C under control. And we've been working on it for 3 years. So she got new medicine, CGM in September. The CGM is great because you see what happens to your blood sugars right after you start eating. You don't have to wait for your 2 hours and then that 2-hour window or whatever it is that you prick your finger, take your blood, that might be off. Not everybody's metabolism is the same and shows at the same amount of time. So 2 hours might just be the start of the rise, not where it's leveling out or where it's coming down to or anything. It's everybody's different. The CGM was a great tool for her to be able to see what she was doing. Now, I started carnivore diet, and she supported me. I didn't have any issues. She was absolutely supportive of me, but she said she would never do it. There's no way she could do it, is what she was saying. She won't. She absolutely refused to. So she ate like she normally did for the first couple of months, using her insulin and the Wegovy. Actually, it was only about 5 or 6 weeks on the Wegovy. But she started watching what she ate. She started watching the carbs that she was eating. She tried not eating the processed sugars. She didn't cut all that stuff out yet. With the Wegovy and with her daily injection, she was able to bring her blood sugars down fairly quickly. And she was able to get her blood glucose down to the point where, after reading about some of the major side effects, we talked to the doctor and we took her off the Wegovy. Her blood sugar stayed fairly consistent even after coming off of that. But every time she got an infection in her mouth, her blood sugars would spike. She could be having blood sugars at 120, 130 consistent throughout, the night, the day. Spikes here, lower there, but it probably averaging between 120 and 130. When she got an infection in her mouth, her blood sugars would shoot to over 200. And she get put on antibiotic. 4 or 5 days after that, her blood sugar would start coming down again. In sometime in end of October, she started eating more and more just meat, fatty meats, dairy, sour cream, cheeses and stuff like that. And she was doing really good. She did have some regular food on Thanksgiving, and that shut her blood sugars way up there. I think it might have been the apple pie or the mashed potatoes. But anyway, she saw how bad that was for her, and she didn't have any more. She stopped. In most of December, she ate probably 80 to 90% as a carnivore, more of a ketovore. January 1st, her blood sugars were doing good. They actually had come down into the low 100s. The first week of January, she had an appointment for a blood draw and to see just get the blood drawn. We're trying to get her into a dentist, so watching her blood sugars for the past 3 months being in the low, 130s, 120s, we decided to have her blood tested, her A1C and glucose, fasting insulin, and C-peptides, just so we know what was going on. And her A1C went down to 8.7. So being mostly carnivore in November and December and a little bit of October probably, her blood sugars went from 15 on A1C down to 8.7, which is awesome. We got an appointment to see her dentist. We saw him in February, the first week of February, and got an appointment for her dental work so they could remove the rest of her teeth. That was on March 4th. She had all of her teeth removed. Her mouth is healing. Right before, like 5 days before the procedure, she had an infection again. Her blood sugar spiked up. She had a big abscess. So she had to start taking the antibiotic that she was supposed to take the day before the procedure, 5 days earlier. And after everything was out and she's been healing now for just over 2 weeks, she's been doing really good. It's actually 3 weeks now. So she's been doing really good. Her sugars have been doing really good. They started to spike again at the end of last week, and I told her to get a hold of the dentist and tell him what's going on, get another round of antibiotics so we can get that infection and get it out of there. And today her blood sugars, well, this right shortly after she started taking her blood sugars started coming down on their own, and they've been doing really good. So I've known that the way she's eating is going to be really good for her. I've known that this way is going to help her blood sugars tremendously. I've heard many people talk about reversing their type 2 diabetes and everything that's going on. Well, today her CGM, which still had 5 days, and it's something we've learned on the CGM since she's had that, is the last 5 days we've always had trouble. The CGM does not read the same as when you do a finger stick and you check on your blood glucose meter. It's not the same. They'll say it's, within a couple of points. No, it's not. We've had readings from her CGM to the blood glucose meter of up to 50 points difference. And the CGM reads much higher than what the finger stick does. Now, we have several meters, and we've tested on multiple meters at times just to verify which one is accurate. The finger stick ones, we get the same readings, or within 1 or 2 points away from each other, and the CGM can be up to 50 points off. Her blood glucose meter this morning was 30 points off. So at one point she was up at 130. Actually, it was 40 points off. She was at 130 and her CGM said 177. So it was 40 points off. And that was earlier today. This afternoon, she sent me a picture. 97 was her blood glucose. That is awesome. 97 blood glucose from 500 6 months ago. 6 months ago, she was at 500. And today she's at 97. That is absolutely fantastic. And if you're wondering, I know we're in America, we use a different one. 97 is 5.38 millimoles per liter. So 5.38, 5.4 for her blood glucose. Absolutely fantastic. Unbelievable. I am so proud of her. And the best part is she won't do this diet. She won't eat just meat. She won't. She refuses to. But she is. I fucking love it. But I'm so proud of her for doing it, for taking the time, for doing what she's doing, for being the person she is, as stubborn as she is, and she's doing it. Her mouth is healing. She'll have teeth soon. Well, a couple months still. The dentist wants her gums to heal completely before she gets fitted and gets new dentures. That way they fit properly the first time and we don't have to waste time. We did this with my daughter a year ago, and the process that she went through from the time that she got her teeth pulled to putting her dentures in right after that till finally getting fit and they finally fit right was a tremendous pain in the ass. It really was. So when her dentist asked if she mind if we pull the teeth, let her mouth heal, that way she doesn't have to go through all the fittings and all that other garbage. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. But she finally got it done. She finally did it. Her blood sugars are coming down. She's getting rid of the infection. The infection's almost gone. I think she's just about done with her antibiotic. And her blood sugars are already going down into double digits. I am extremely proud of her doing this, making this happen. The accomplishments I've had with my weight loss and coming off of 5 blood pressure medications and getting rid of my aches and pains don't compare to how proud I am of my wife for taking care of herself and getting her glucose down, healing her body and healing her mouth and healing the inside by not doing carnivore, because she won't do that. She won't. I think it's funny because she's 99.9% carnivore. She cheats once in a great while when she steals a lick of ice cream from our granddaughter or something like that. But she's doing what she has to do, and I'm so proud of her. I absolutely love it. So that's my great news for the night. Y'all have a great night. Talk to you later.